So we have a lunar train light here, railroad light, and I want to give you a heads up before you hear our expert talk. Our expert talking is Bryce, and we thank him for all the information. But I want to give you a heads up on why we're playing with all these little switches in here, why we're taking those wires off. Is this switch here is a toggle switch. Right there's a toggle switch. And unfortunately on the side here, the toggle switch has been broke off. So if this was not broke off, we could have easily just threw the toggle switch in, 2 or 3 different places. But since it's broke, when you go forward with this video, we'll be playing with these wires here, and that's the reason why is the toggle switch is broke. Again, we thank Bryce for all the expert information on this lunar light. There it is. It says right there, SP, if you can see it, SP lunar light. Now, towards the end of the video, we get into the lunar part of it. Oh, and I forgot. You see the box on the bottom there, the AC adapter. This has been modified. This light has been modified so you can plug it into 110 volt, and this light is working off of 110 when it normally works off of 12 volt out there on the railroad line. So this light here was probably built in the late 1950s. I think it said 1959 on the light. So again, this light has been modified. AC adapter has been added. So that should clarify we're working with the AC. 110 is coming in, but the adapter then knocks it down to 12 volt DC. Okay, let's get on with the video.
So here's your 110 going into this charger and then this adapter. But I'm assuming it is, oh here, yeah, this is a 12 volt adapter.
Okay.
So you're plugging it into 12 volt, or to 110, it makes 12 volt, puts it into here, and then this is going to your bulbs, to your bulb, so that's what this is for. And then here's the wires going to the polarity. And then there's a 3-way switch here that's switching that.
Right. Okay, so here's your positive.
Yeah,
bulb.
and that's your minus.
And
then this is what changes the color. So the rest of these are all for like relaying to other signals and stuff. You don't need to worry about that.
I see.
So it's just these 2 that go to the bulb, and these 2 that go down to the switch. But the problem is
it's broke. Again, the toggle switch is broke.
So they had to keep records of the testing. Yeah, now unfortunately, sometimes they'll show the mile marker number, so then you could probably find out exactly where the signal came from. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. But it was tested on 9/26/11, 3/19 of 12, 9/15 of 12. So this thing went out of service sometime around 14.
Wow.
So it's been
sitting right inside. Yeah, you put it back in.
Because I'll walk through this again. So you got your 110 coming into your 12 volt transformer. The 12 volts coming out plus and minus here down to the switch. And notice he spliced in the wires for the bulb. So the bulb is getting power as soon as you plug it in. And then the switch is going to flip the polarity between these 2. So when you have plus and minus here, it flips one way. And when you have minus and then plus, it flips the other way. So you're just switching the polarities back and forth, and that's what the switch is intended to do.
How would I bypass it?
You could bypass the switch by just having it open, take these off, and you could, if you have them off, it's going to go to red. So if you take one of them off the switch, it goes to red because it defaults to the middle position, which is red.
Oh, okay. So you just have to remove them.
Yeah, remove turns to red, and then you could just quickly touch, this one to positive and this one to negative, and it would go one color. And then if you switch them, then it goes the other color.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really neat how they did it.
And right here it says July of 1950. Does that say?
Yeah, these were all built in the 50s and 40s.
59? Really?
Yeah, 40s and 50s is what you'll find most of them. That's what I mean. They're built bulletproof.
Oh, they were. Look at that.
It's really hard to break them.
It is cast iron.
Oh yeah, no, it's cast. And you just turn this. See, you turn this a little bit and see how these grooves go in there. So you get that like that, and then it didn't go all the way. Hang on.
You just turn this thing.
Yeah, but I got to get it to go a little further.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I feel like there's something binding. Oh, I see the problem. Stop. This is why my dad always taught me when I was a kid, don't force things. It was caught on that wire.
That's the adapter wire, huh?
Yeah, so we want to be careful on that. That's the wire for the bulb. So now we can turn it, and it'll go click. There you go. And this just pops out.
Wow, and that's how you change the bulb.
And that's a incandescent, like 10-watt bulb. And there's the 3 colors. So that's the wheel that moves.
How cool.
So it's red in the middle. That's default for safety. So like they lost power or it lost its controls. It would just go boop to red. Stop the train.
Really?
Better stop the train than have it keep going and do something stupid.
And this bulb is
It's a signal bulb. It's 12 volt. It's actually technically 10 volt. And then that's what this rheostat is for. This is so you can adjust the brightness of the bulb.
Wow, look at that right there.
Yeah, you adjust that, and depending on where you hit it on the coil, you can change the voltage of the bulb so you get just the right voltage. You don't need to worry about it for what you're doing.
Sure.
But for the railroad, they need it to be, in spec. And then you'll notice here you've got a green and you got a yellow. And so when you go plus minus, then it'll flip one way or the other. I don't know which way, but it'll go boop and it'll go to green. And then if you go minus plus, then it goes boop and goes the other way and goes to yellow.
Wow. You're really an expert, huh?
Oh, I've been playing with these things.
Around with a lot of them.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like I said, I got several that they come on every night on their own and they go through a whole sequence using a circuit board. Yeah, they just do their own thing. They flash and everything, do advanced approach,
Cool, huh?
restricting.
It's really simple to change a bulb.
Yeah, bulb's easy. They make a halogen version, although for what you want to do, probably the incandescent's better.
Wow.
But let's plug it in and see what we can make it do. Spark test, as you like to call it. I don't know if anything just happened. Oh, it went on.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what you can do.
I see the light on it now.
Yeah, so
Yellow.
here's the bulb.
Okay.
Notice how it moved to yellow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now that's because it's plus and minus. Now if you were to take these off, and you could install a switch to flip the polarity, however you want to do it.
Right.
But all you got to do is, whatever's going to this wire, put it on this one, put this one on that one, it'll go to green.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and put it back in there and maybe,
You want to see the yellow light outside?
yeah, just take a picture of the yellow light up so I can see it.
Yep, you can see it. Sure.
You can see it a little bit. There, ladies and
Now again, they're very directional. Where you want to get the view is from out in front.
Yeah, you have to be out in front of it.
Oh, you have to be in the front, huh?
Yeah, they're very directional.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. There you
Yeah.
You're right in the
That's
front.
what that fan kill and all those little lenses are for, is to make it be just so.
So right now it's on the yellow.
Normal signals are yellow, red, and green.
Uh-huh.
Okay? You've got one that has what's called the lunar color.
The lunar color.
It looks like the moon. It's white. And SP used it to tell a train that they're in restricting, which means go no more than 20 miles an hour and be prepared to stop within half the distance of sight.
Well, lunar.
So, yeah, and they call it lunar because it literally looks like the moon. I actually have one where I have a lunar one.
Do you?
And, yeah, it's in a dwarf signal. And it sits on the ground and it faces, the moon comes up right behind it. And sure enough, the moon came up and it was there and it was on and they look exactly the same.
Well, how do you
Yeah.
know it's a lunar?
Because right there, it says SP lunar.
Oh, it says right on
Yeah,
there.
and unfortunately, since it didn't flip that direction, I didn't catch it. But if you can get me a wrench, we'll flip these wires.
I'll get a
Actually, I can
wrench.
do it here. We don't need a wrench. We'll just use the switch to do it. So maybe I don't break
So
something.
the lunars are a lot more rare than...
They're very rare.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this one, I will tell you, is worth more than, the mechanism anyway, is worth more than a standard one. So watch, I'm going to plug it in, and it should flip and go to lunar. She'll tell us.
Yep.
Yep, go take a look. And it is lunar?
Quite.
Nice, that's cool.
So
That
this-
is a very special signal.
Wow, so it's white, huh?
Yeah, see how it's white in there?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That is not green.
Wow. We can just...
So you've got a special deal here.
and which ones did you have to flip the...
So again, this is just the power going to the bulb, and it also has the power coming from the transformer. So you don't want to touch these two wires. But if I take, so here, let's just do it here so you can see what's actually happening. Oh, did it get on there again?
The wires
Darn
there.
it. Okay.
wires there.
It likes to be there. Here, let's.
Gonna leave it on?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on. I'm just gonna try and make it so it doesn't want to keep doing that.
I can hold it.
It's fine. Okay, so watch in there. So right now you're on the lunar. It looks kind of bluish, just like
Yeah,
the sun, the moon, right? It's a little bit blue.
Sure.
So if we, let's see if I can, the two going to this center terminal is what have to be flipped back and forth to make it change color. So now they were like that. So if I flip it around this way, this is why it'd be cool to just fix the switch if you can find one.
'Cause you wouldn't have to do
Now
all
it
this.
should. Come on, go on.
Oh, there
See,
we go.
there. Now it's yellow.
Now with the yellow.
So the yellow and the lunar are what you'd flip these wires
Let
from.
me see if I know how to
Yep.
do this, how easy it is to do that.
You gotta get the notch where the band is.
I could get the wire to make sure that wire, okay.
Yep, there you go, and then click it over the hump.
Oh,
there you go.
gosh,
That's
very,
it.
Very simple, huh?
Yeah.